Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited about this video that I just did. I kind of have been talking about this on my Instagram page for a while, the SEPA stations. So what SEPA stands for is Sidestream Elevated Pool Aeration. It's a part of the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. Just a few acronyms before I move forward. Again, SEPA stands for Sidestream Elevated Pool Aeration. MWRD is going to be the acronym for Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. And then CAWS is going to represent Chicago Area Waterway System. Okay? So let me just give you guys a little bit of information about what this is. I'm actually going to read this directly from the MWRD.org website. So Sidestream Elevated Pool Aeration, SEPA, station functions not only as an attraction for scenic views, photo opportunities, park activities, and picnics. The Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago built these waterfalls to improve water quality and create new life in the Chicago area waterway system. The 5 stations located along the Cal-Sag Channel and Calumet River pump up to 1.3 gallons of water per day and add up to 25 tons of oxygen to the waterways each day. At the stations, up to half of the river's flow is pumped up as high as 17 feet to an elevated shallow pool, from which the water then cascades over a number of drops back into the waterway. The waterfalls aerate the river water and enhance the aquatic environment by improving and protecting fish populations and eliminating odors. The SEPA stations are thus not only attracting spectators to the park areas, but also creating new schools of fish, and as a result, new birds of prey and other natural habitat are starting to arrive. So some background on it: the SEPA stations were built in the early 1990s and received the Outstanding Civil Engineering Achievement Award in 1994, the highest honor bestowed on a civil engineering project by the American Society of Civil Engineers. The purpose of constructing the stations was to increase and maintain the dissolved oxygen concentration of the water carried in the 42-mile Calumet Main Channel waterway system, which stretches from Lake Michigan to Lockport. Aeration is necessary due to the unnatural form of the waterway. The bottom of the banks of the man-made portions of the CAWS are smooth, and the current is slow, lacking enough turbulence to aerate the water. The stations range in size from 2 to 20 acres of occupied MWRD land along the waterways, with the exception of SEPA 5. All of the stations are open to the public. The 5 SEPA stations are located along the Calumet-Sag Channel. Depending on weather conditions, the SEPA stations typically run from April 1st through the end of October. The warmer the weather, the harder the pump stations work to maintain the appropriate dissolved oxygen levels, meeting the goal. The 5 SEPA stations are designed to achieve dissolved oxygen concentration standards for Illinois waterways. During cold months, when water temperatures are lower, dissolved oxygen levels are high enough that pumping is not needed. But during warm months, the aeration process can establish higher dissolved oxygen levels and enhance aquatic life. The MWRD exceeds state standards by pumping water at stronger outputs that result in dissolved oxygen concentrations at or above 4.0 milligrams per liter at all 5 stations. These dissolved oxygen levels are monitored round the clock to ensure the MWRD is keeping with the Environmental Protection Agency's National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System, NPDES permit program. How it works: when the upstream water meets the station, it passes through coarse bar screens inclined on 20-degree angles before drifting into the pumping process. All stations rely on large spiral screw pumps except for SEPA Station 1, which uses vertical propeller pumps. The screw pumps, several feet in diameter, spiral the water up a 30-degree incline, elevating the water is as high as 17 feet. All stations except for the smaller SEPA 2 will pump water at least 400 cubic feet per second, with SEPA 5 pumping as high as 576 cubic feet per second. The aeration during the pumping process is so strong that In fact, that it in fact generates more oxygen than the waterfalls. The circular screw pump's upward rotation turns the water into something more resembling white water ascending from a rapid. Each of the screw pumps at SEPA stations 3, 4, and 5 can pump more than 50,000 gallons of water per minute, while the smaller SEPA 2 will pump 19,300 gallons per minute. There are four at SEPA stations 3 and 4, while SEPA 5 has 5 pumps. The water then passes through a lengthy discharge channel before cascading down a series of waterfalls and returning to the waterway. During the winter, MWRD workers maintain the stations by inspecting gears, rotating pumps, replacing seals, and changing oil to ensure pumps are ready to go come April and that the water can flow. The end result is urban waterfalls. The grounds of the stations are used by local municipalities as parks to be enjoyed by the public. SEPA stations 1 and 2 are located in Chicago at the intersections of the Calumet River and Torrance Avenue and Indiana Avenue on the north side of the Little Calumet River. Along the banks of the Calumet Sag Channel in Blue Island is SEPA Station 3, where park visitors can enjoy the grounds for recreation or lounge on limestone benches overlooking the various waterfalls and Western Avenue Bridge. SEPA 4 is stationed in Worth within a 12.5-acre park and attracts many visitors and special events, including weddings and photo shoots, and provides a scenic background for the Water's Edge Golf Club. In addition to the adjacent golf course, this area includes a pavilion, benches, walking paths, and bridges. The MWRD, in coordination with local municipalities, actively maintains the landscaping and grounds. SEPA 5, which is not accessible to the public, is situated at the meeting point of the Cal-Sag Channel and the Chicago Sanitary and Ship Canal. Where to find the SEPA stations again? SEPA 1 is located near Torrance Avenue and is closest to Lake Michigan and is situated near a wildlife habitat, bird sanctuary, and prairie wetland called the Marshes. Each waterfall drops 3 feet and the station passes up to 260 million gallons per day, MGD. SEPA 2 is the smallest station and is located at 127th Street. The 4 3-foot cascade passes 56 megagallons per day. SEPA 3 is located in Blue Island and is a central fixture of 8.5 acres of shady trees and park space. The circular design is divided in half with terrace planters on one side, opposing waterfalls on the other side. The station features 5 waterfalls and a capacity of 310 megagallons per day. SEPA 4 is in Worth within a park and attracts many visitors for photo opportunities for weddings, proms, family reunions, and other gatherings. 3 5-foot waterfalls handle 310 megagallons per day, and SEPA 5 is part of the Illinois and Michigan Canal National Heritage Corridor and marks the confluence of the Cal-Sag and Main channels and features a lighthouse near 3-foot waterfalls and a capacity of 372 megagallons per day. Again, I'm really excited to show you guys the drone footage that I got of the SEPA stations. I didn't include SEPA Station 2. I might add it later on just to accommodate the length of this commentary. As of now, I don't have SEPA 2 on footage of it, but I might add it. So just let me know what you guys think about this information and the visuals, and I'll be back to you guys with more projects soon. Thank you so much for watching my video.